So let's make bacon brittle. So here's the ingredients. First step is to chop the bacon, and it's easier to chop it as a block versus, separating the bacon and then chopping it. Then we pan fry the bacon. This is if you're not candying it. So you just put it straight on the frying pan and then fry it until the edges barely get crispy, but it's still a little bit juicy. Don't forget to save the grease for good stuff later. If you do decide to candy the bacon, chop it, marinate it, and then pan fry it instead of baking it. It's just easier to bake and to clean. Then cook it until it's still juicy but dark brown. Then you just put all the sugar, maple syrup, and other stuff in the pan. Then just boil it. If you don't have a candy thermometer, this is how you want it to look like before you add the nuts and the bacon.
From the bottom,
then you just keep mixing it. It might look dry and really grainy at first, but as the sugar melts again, it's gonna start to get dark brown again, and then you're gonna see little melty bits in there. And then just keep stirring, scoop from the bottom, and then turn it over, and then just keep going in sections around the pot so it doesn't burn, and you can try to cook it evenly. Just keep going around and around. And then
that's what you want. And then just
if you like,
until it's just gooey all over.
If you like batch number 2, then stop there when you see, like bits of melty brown stuff. But if you want it more brittly, with that harder, crunchy toffee consistency, then keep cooking it until it melts more. But this is just to show you what batch number 2 looks like. So it's not a solid mass, but there's clusters of sticky, crunchy stuff, kind of like batch number 2. But if you do like that hard toffee brittle texture, then you'll have to keep cooking it. But this coming up is what batch number 2 looks like as it's cooled.
Wish you could smell it.
So if you do prefer that toffee brittle consistency, this is what it looks like in the pot, if you kept cooking it longer. So it's more liquid, it's more melty, and then you just pour it onto a silicone mat. I think non-stick parchment paper will work also, but I've never tried it. But you can get silicone mats pretty cheap. It doesn't have to be the Silpat brand. Any non-stick silicone mat will do. Then you just sprinkle the sea salt over it, and then let it cool. And then once it gets solid, then you just break it up, and then you eat it.